Hi, I'm Michael from Washes. Today we're going to be talking about getting huge drum sounds in a really small room. How small of a room are we talking about? Well, this room I'm in currently is maybe 8 feet wide by 15 feet long. It's not a lot of real estate to play with. The one thing I have going for me is that this room is slightly oblong in shape. It's not completely square or completely rectangle. Let's talk a little bit about the kit that I'm using. It's a Sonor AQ2 Safari kit. It's got a 10-inch rack tom, a 13-inch floor tom, and a 13-inch snare, along with a 16-inch kick drum. Now onto the microphones that I'm using here. I've got a Shure Beta 52 on the kick drum. I've got 2 stereo overhead AKG P170 pencil mics. And then in the room, about 10 feet behind the kit, I've got this AKG C214. The cymbals that are on the kit are Zildjian K custom darks, both the hi-hats and the crash. Now let's talk a little bit about signal path. I'm recording my drums using 4 mics going through the SSL Big 6. That imparts some analog color to the sound, obviously, but it also allows me to do a little bit of wideband EQ to bring down some of the highs on the kick drum and to bring down some of the lows on the overhead mics. That'll be important later on. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about the plugins used on this drum sound. The first is Auto Align by Sound Radix. Kenny Beats turned me on to this. It essentially calculates the distance automatically between all of the mics you have in the room and aligns them up so that you don't get any phasing issues or things like that. You can also hear that the kick drum sounds a lot punchier when I engage this. Take a listen. After Auto Align, I use Ableton Drum Bus. It's a really amazing plugin for just getting a quick drum sound together. It does transient shaping, it does bass boosting, it does a lot of different things well, but take a listen to this. Next in the chain is Soundtoys Devil-Loc Deluxe. Devil-Loc, of course, will help you get that sort of Tame Impala sound that everybody's going for these days. It's really handy for that. I like to turn it up really crunchy and then back the mix knob almost until it's not engaged. And it adds a lot. It opens up the sound. Your kick drum starts to bloom. A lot of the cymbals really start to get trashy. After that, I've got the Ocean Way Studios plugin from UAD. It's really incredible for adding space. Oftentimes, when we can't record in very large rooms or very illustrious studios, these kinds of plugins can add a lot of ambience and room back to the sound and give you a nice thickness that is more felt than heard. But this one is doing a lot to add some space back to the drum set. And then lastly, I like to run all of my drums once they're printed through Soothe. Soothe is a great plugin to dynamically take away some of the harshness and frequencies. I like to employ it to kind of take some of the harshness out of the crash cymbal and the hi-hat in particular. So what did you think of this drum sound? I'd love to get your opinion in the comments. Like and subscribe, all of that. Until next time, this has been Washes.